ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
The Vikings first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Cousins. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, 34 yards, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 31, Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Flush. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kentrell Brothers just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Wentz escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... He's got a man, complete. And he'll take... this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for our Eagles.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Cousins to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
From the 31, Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On play action, it's Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check it out, please. Wide.
Cousins now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Hey, no, easy. Hey, check Mike 46. Let go. It's outfield.
First down. Here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, box truck. Hey, flipper. Bang.
Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
47 Mike. Hey, exit. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Hey, receiver. Gun.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mike, listen to me. 53, Mike. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Again, it's Cook. They find some open field here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there out of Cook, and even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check 43. Lane 50.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They come out here in the I. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
53, check 53. Knock it out, knock it out.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 31, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rip right. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Mike,
brings up 2nd and 10. Just like that.
Play action. Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first down, Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike's 47. Let's go, defense.
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
47's the mark, boy, 47.
Now Cousins on fourth down. And that is incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Go, go. 180. 40, shorty.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Next to score equals 26. Vikings 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm trying to collect. Gun.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 71 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lefty.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Go. 280. Two times.
Now Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kentrell Brothers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Harrison Smith on the covering.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.